Kazakhstan has chosen the multi-vector integration. Its trends, collisions, and prospects are coming up in the Single Market program.
Hello, my name is Pavel Koktashev. You are watching the program Single Market. SKOLKOVO. This Russian scientific city was initially intended as a sort of an ecosystem that is favorable for the development of scientific research and commercialization of its results. Within the context of the Eurasian integration, the format of its work has expanded substantially. Our correspondent, Dana Nurjan, brings us the report on how SKOLKOVO is cooperating with Kazakhstan's partners in the sphere of innovations.
A
3D bioprinter for the printing of internal organs, self-learning robots, or homes which produce energy, all this is already possible today. We're living in an era of incredible technologies. But in order for the innovations to become accessible to everyone, scientific ideas pass a long route from the laboratory to the market. And during every stage of creating a promising innovative product, cooperation of scientists, producers, and investors on a global level is important. Already today, SKOLKOVO boasts experience of successful cooperation with foreign partners. For example, the foundation is actively cooperating with Kazakhstan's National Agency for Technological Development, with the National Nuclear Center, as well as with companies such as Kazpost and Kazmunai Gas. Those groups who worked here, who created new products, they enter the sales markets of not just the regions of Russia, but also of Kazakhstan. There, they create new workplaces in collaboration with Kazakhstani scientists and colleagues, and they create added value. More than 20 companies who are engaged in projects in SKOLKOVO are cooperating with Kazakhstan scientists and industrial enterprises. Projects in the sphere of information technologies are some of the more actively developing. One example of such a project is a virtual consultant, which was developed at SKOLKOVO and in November of last year appeared on the website of Kazakhstan's electronic government. The robot answers the questions of users in 2 languages and even shows initiative in its suggestions. The program allowed the contact center to lower its workload and to improve the quality of its services. In the last 2 years, more than 10 IT companies started developing their business in Kazakhstan. 6 agreements have already been conducted, 5 are pending signature, and 2 more companies are in the middle of talks with investors. There are joint projects in sectors such as agriculture, medicine, and education. We're commencing cooperation with the Nazarbayev University, where wonderful results have been reached over a very short period of time. To a certain degree, we are striving to achieve the same, because in a lot of ways we are similar in the approach to education, in terms of the methods which we use, and the level of our students. In this Russian science city, some of the more promising directions are considered to be startup tours, within the framework of which the best projects will be chosen from the cities of Russia, as well as from Minsk and Almaty. By the way, the first startup tour in Almaty registered a record turnout, 150 applications and more than 800 participants. This competition allowed them to establish a more clear business strategy for entering the market. According to the conditions set by the SKOLKOVO Foundation, in every city the program is hosted for 2 days. During the first day there are trainings, and on the second day selection. Competitors who sent their applications half a year before and passed the preliminary selection stage take part in day 2. Authors of the most worthy projects have an opportunity to become residents at SKOLKOVO or receive a development grant. Best mentors of Russia in the sphere of high-tech entrepreneurship arrive here. They can give you concrete advice regarding your project, in which direction you should develop in order to achieve success. I believe that this is one of the key features and valuable aspects of our program. Innovators from Russia, Kazakhstan, Belarus, Armenia, and Kyrgyzstan were able to exchange know-how and information before. But with the creation of the Eurasian Economic Union, they got more opportunities for collaborative work. The most important is that people can exchange sample prototypes, create trial samples of products together, and then already launch smaller series of products, because there is no longer the customs barrier. Development of knowledge-intensive production in the countries of Eurasian integration requires not just creation of clusters like SKOLKOVO, but also close collaboration of these innovative centers. Educational exchange, startup tours, and joint scientific international level programs are already setting the tone for such cooperation in the future.
According to the assessments of world-leading experts, the top 5 market segments which maintain stability, regardless of the economic scenario, include the market of pharmaceutics. It is not difficult to guess why this is the case. Pharmaceutical products, just like food products, are basic goods. Our correspondent, Oleg Boldarev, found out what is the situation on Kazakhstan's pharmaceutical industry and which enterprises can have a positive impact on the market. Today, there are more than 300 pharmaceutical enterprises registered in Kazakhstan. At the same time, 90% of their production capacities are concentrated in the Almaty region and in the cities of Almaty, Karaganda, and Shymkent. The biggest enterprise in this sector, Shem Farm, is located in Shymkent. In 2011, it was bought out by the international pharmaceutical group PHARMACEUTICAL. Thanks to the investments, the plant started to expand and produce competitive goods. And this transformation did not go unnoticed. According to the 2013 results, the company, PHARMACEUTICAL, was recognized as the best foreign investor in the pharmaceutical sector. By 2020, investments will reach more than $100 million. Today, we have already put to use 70% of these funds, and that is why this was such a grand project, the opening of new plant departments, in order to, first and foremost, provide Kazakhstan's consumers with effective and quality medicinal products. Today, this enterprise manufactures more than 260 name items of generic and original drugs under the brand name Santo, member of PHARMACEUTICAL Group. At the same time, the manufacturing of solutions, injections, and infusions, as well as of aseptic powders and antibiotics, all meet the requirements of GMP standards, international standards of quality. The enterprise does not just hold a big share of Kazakhstan's market, but is also active in entering export markets. The geography of its exports is quite wide. It encompasses Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Mongolia, and Turkmenistan. Tajikistan is next. This is one of the potential markets which we can enter with our products. Local producers have expressed interest in cooperating with us and opening joint plants, particularly for the production of antibiotics here in Tajikistan. Time will show how far the realization of this project will go and whether it will be interesting for both sides. Another large pharmaceutical plant, Kelun Kaz Farm, is located in the Karasay district of the Almaty region. This enterprise was launched in 2014 with the attracted investment capital of a renowned Chinese corporation, Kelun. By the way, according to the end results of 2016, this company was listed among the best foreign investors of Kazakhstan. We produce 23 types of pharmaceutical products, also such items like sodium chloride, dextran, afloxacin, glucose, and other injection solutions. This joint Kazakhstan-China enterprise also has GMP standards set as the benchmark, and thanks to the high quality of the products, over a short period of time, the plant was able to access export markets. We export our products to Central Asia and the CIS. At the moment, we have shipments to Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. The pharmaceutical enterprise Dolce Farm, which is located in the Almaty region, also has good export prospects. In the fall of 2016, its products were presented in Kiev within the framework of a trade mission of Kazakhstan's enterprises. Dolce Farm has all the chances of successfully competing with the local producers on the Ukrainian markets, in spheres such as manufacturing of disposable medicinal products. They are always in demand in specialized treatment centers and clinics where surgeries are performed. We're going to consider all options, including joint production with partners in the Ukraine and exports to the territory of their markets. This is an important issue for us. The products of this plant are already exported to the markets of Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Recently, first contracts were concluded with partners in Belarus. Therefore, the establishment of export channels to Ukraine is very likely. Overall, 2017 is promising new prospects for Kazakhstan's pharmaceutical enterprises. They're connected with the launching of a single market of pharmaceutical and medicinal products in the territories of the Eurasian Economic Union countries. According to Kazakhstan's experts, the single market will have a positive impact on the development of the sector's enterprises. In a market of unified standards and requirements for the Eurasian Economic Union countries, Kazakhstan's export-oriented enterprise will get an opportunity to be more active on the markets of the Eurasian integration. Oleg Boldarev, Anatoly Valyuevsky, exclusively for Single Market. In a market economy, small and medium enterprises play the role of an anchor because they guarantee its growth. This trend can be noted on the regional level. With the aid of small and medium businesses, revenues to the local budget rise, a favorable social climate is formed. What's more, these businesses also resolve local problems connected with the development of production and manufacturing of competitive goods. Maria Kuznetsova brings us the report. A paper bag. It would seem what could be simpler. But behind the external simple appearance, today this packaging enjoys popularity and has a promising future. The reason, a material such as paper has a great number of advantages. It is safe for food products, easy to use, and there is the possibility of recycling it. By the way, in Australia, for already a couple of years, plastic bags have been banned from use. In Israel and China, this ban was introduced in 2008. In Kazakhstan, such limitations are also gradually becoming common practice. For example, in a trial starting in 2012, supermarkets stopped giving out plastic bags for free. In Almaty, this novel requirement will be introduced in 2017. Refusal to use plastic bags in favor of paper bags is one of the steps, even if small, on Kazakhstan's path to sustainable development.
На самом деле это большой плюс экологии. Дело в том, что полиэтилен, он 200 лет.
In reality, this is a big plus for the environment because plastics can take up to 200 years to decompose in the ground and cause great harm to the planet. The material that we use, paper, is easy to utilize and can be recycled 5 times.
Практически 5 раз участвуют в цикле переработки.
By the way, at the Almaty enterprise, Adanaz, the launch of the production of environmentally friendly paper bags happened back in 2009. The company slowly established its niche and today is considered to be one of the large suppliers of this item on Kazakhstan's market.
В нашей компании есть 3 направления. Одна из них это торговля бумагой.
Our company has 3 focal points. One of them is selling paper in rolls in standard paper size. The second is manufacturing of bags for dry construction materials, for coal, and for various chemical materials. The third is quite young. Since 2010, we have switched to smaller packaging intended for bread products, fast food, and baked goods.
Довольно молодое, с 2010 года мы перешли на мелкую упаковку, которая ориентирована для упаковки хлебобулочных изделий, фастфуда и мучных изделий.
It is not just the plans of the enterprise to follow the country's ambition of abiding by the principles of sustainable development. Its management hopes that the productions that specialize in the manufacturing of food products when entering export markets will be required to switch to paper packaging.
Наша линия, которая совсем недавно установлена и ориентирована.
Our production line, which is just recently set up and is aimed at the manufacturing of small paper packaging, can produce from 3 to 5 million packages per month. But at the moment, the equipment is not working at full capacity. This is a young segment and still developing. So far now, we are producing up to 1 million packages per month.
Направление молодое, оно только развивается, и мы производим до миллионов пакетов в месяц.
Nevertheless, the enterprise is not standing still and is constantly developing. The company is a member of the Regional Entrepreneurial Support Map within the framework of the Roadmap 2020 program.
Общая стоимость проекта 100 миллионов тенге.
The overall cost of the project is 100 million tenge. Out of that amount, around 18 million were in subsidies. 50% was paid out to the government as a guarantee of the repayment of the loan.
По выплате кредита взяли в 50%.
The main share of the funds was used to purchase equipment, which was bought in Turkey. Overall, all the technology at this enterprise is from abroad. Aside from Turkish machines, there are units from Germany, France, and Russia. And this arsenal is not the goal in itself, but an opportunity to compete on Kazakhstan's market with producers of paper packaging from other countries. By the way, speaking of competition, the country's authorities are expected to introduce similar protection measures that are in place, for example, on the territory of Russia. This is when enterprises of a specific sector, which are united into associations, are automatically granted protection.
Если бы они защитили наш рынок и
If they would have protected our market and given an opportunity to all of Kazakhstan's enterprises that specialize in packaging to unite as one, that would be tremendous support for us.
колоссальная поддержка для нас.
Regarding loans, the enterprise is planning to repay them on time. In either case, they're confident that their credit history will be successful, especially considering that there are plans to expand production and procure new production lines.
Потому что машины, они морально устаревают.
Because the equipment wears out and there is a desire to expand the range of products, and this requires new investments. We hope for the support of the state.
Инвестиции и надеемся на поддержку государства.
Already today, among the consumers of these products, there are enterprises not just from Kazakhstan but also Kyrgyzstan. The prospects include entering other export markets. Kazakhstan's signing of the Paris Agreement and its ambition to follow the principles of sustainable development are a good incentive for producers that specialize in products that are environmentally friendly. And if the products also meet international standards, then the export markets of such enterprises will become even more accessible. Maria Kuznetsova, Yerlan Urobekov, Almaty, exclusively for Single Market.
Специально для программы «Рынок без границ».
That's all for today. Kind reminder, all the episodes of our program are available at www.kazakh-tv.kz.